video 2. I gotta say I'm really surprised about the response to video 1 in this little blog and my little confession that I'm beginning this process. It's heartening. It really is for everybody, for the overwhelmingly positive response I've received. And oddly enough, the fact that I've also got a lot of private messages and communications from people already in a day of, yeah, I did this too. This is what happened to me. And this was my experience. And this has been, it's been overwhelmingly positive without a doubt. But, I mean, there's some consolation in the fact that there are people that I know that have had this procedure that they hadn't told me, I wouldn't have been aware of it. So that's something plus there. I guess it's not like the big red scarlet A, but at the same time, I'm going to try and be as transparent about this and upfront as I can be, just because I just know from my experience the automatic assumption of social stigma that I had when I came to this conclusion and this realization. I think that's something that needs to be thwarted, and the only way to thwart that is by talking about it, which is what I'm going to do. These videos won't always be informative, they won't always be educational, but I'm hoping that they're always going to be useful to someone. As an overview, I initially said I had an appointment on the 25th of February, and that was true. However, today is the 20th, Thursday of February 2020. I made some phone calls and have bumped my appointment up sooner. I will actually be going tomorrow, which is Friday the 21st of February 2020. I'll be in the office there at Maryville at Affordable Dentures is where I'm going to for my second opinion consult. I'll be there at 8 o'clock in the morning for a full workup, x-rays, CT scans, bone density, all of that stuff. The hopeful goal out of this is, again, I'm looking to do about 26 extractions, hopefully at the same time to also get, if possible, some implants implanted and come out of there with transitional dentures until I can heal up, and then shift over into my permanent dentures, which will be implant supported. I don't expect the initial ones to be implant supported. I understand that the implants have to sit and cook in your jaw for 4 to 6 months for osteobond, which is, not something I'm uncommonly familiar with. I'm aware of how implants work in bone. I get it. I am trying to time this so that it doesn't interfere with my plans. I do have an event planned in March, March 13th through the 22nd, to be in Mississippi for an SCA event, Gulf Wars. It'll be a week of camping and fighting, and I really don't want to do that with freshly pulled teeth, although I will if I have to. The next available opportunity from this place that I'm going, if I decide to go with them, will be the 29th leap day of February, that I can get the extractions and everything done. I don't think we're going to make that deadline from the initial consult to that point, so I'm hoping that I can push that until post-Gulf Wars, sometime after the 22nd of March. I'll keep updating you guys as I know more. Again, as a brief overview of my intention at this point, hopefully that we can work out the treatment package with this place that I'm going, is I want to do the extractions and implant at the same time. Before I do that, though, I need to get molds made, impressions made of my jaws, and have a transitional denture or initial denture planned. Get the extractions, get the implants uncapped without abutments, rock the transitional denture for however long it takes for osteobond, and then transition hopefully into my perms, my permanent dentures, with the abutment connections all also in place. So from 4 to 6 months, maybe a year. We'll see how long it takes. But I've already had one initial consult with a local dentist that kind of accepted the new insurance I have through my workplace. But even with that, my out-of-pocket expense was projected to be something along the lines of, I have the paper somewhere, about $5,000 just for the extractions, and about another $3,000 to $4,000 for dentures without implants. the place that I went initially, they don't even do that. They won't talk to me about implants or mini implants or anything else like that. Not the 3 millimeter, not the 1 millimeter, nothing. They don't do it. So, again, I'm going to Affordable Dentures in Maryville, Indiana. I don't know if that's better, but they are a one-stop shop for this kind of thing. And seems to be that specialization leads to discounts. They have a lower overall listed price point. We'll see what it actually comes up as after the treatment plan is put in place. Again, I've kind of managed to secure outside credit for funding of this stuff. We'll see how it goes. A mention was made today in one of the blog posts and comment sections about setting up a GoFundMe. Maybe. I don't know. I'm hoping to see if I can do this without outside help, but if I need help, I'll ask for it. We'll see how it goes. Again, please ask me any questions, give me any feedback. If you are a denture wearer already, if you've already gone through a similar process, I'd really like to hear your stories, whether they be positive or negative. If you're like me and you're debating this, I'll tell you that right now I'm getting much more comfortable with the idea of what's going to happen. And I'm coming to accept it as the best thing to do, because it really is. And I'm also getting a lot more comfortable and honestly a little bit excited about what it'll be like to have teeth in my pocket. Yes, and before anybody asks, I do hope to keep my teeth when they pull them out. I have art projects planned. Don't ask. You don't want to know. You don't want to know. But again, I want to hear from everybody, really. Your support matters to me, and I just want you to know that I'm going to support anyone else that has questions about this. And I don't know if I'm far from a subject matter expert at this point, but I'm going to learn as much as I can and share everything I learn with you guys. So here we go. Moving on. Let's get some chompers.